Hey kids, this is Khalil.
This is Satanakaja.
Let's play Rokko-Chan. We're gonna go into Dr. Mad's final place. It's probably the final place. I don't know. Let's just fill up all our weapons, because they gave us like 6 different weapon containers. There's totally no reason for them to do that. Nothing that would necessitate having all our weapons at full ammo.
Now, this final boss time.
It is avoid
This
the
is
electric.
the final boss, right here. Right here.
That's the very most final boss in the game. That was crazy difficult. Let's go get that thing. It's there.
Right. Oh, boss rush. Wonderful.
Yeah, they still have the boss rush. Even though there was that boss beforehand that would have, nicely replaced it. But whatever. It gives you new music for the boss rush at least.
And Pokemon.
Alright, Pokemon's weakness is the lightning flash. Goes through his shield, does significant damage. Yeah, he's not hard at all. Even without it, he's not hard. But with it, it's just...
You still took a few hits there, though.
I took a few hits, but they drop large energy when they're defeated, so I really don't care.
Quite forgiving then. Next is...
Volcano Man, also a pushover with his weakness. And not as much of a pushover without it, but... Oh, I missed. Yeah, if you miss it all, then you have to use your buster for the rest of it, but frankly, who the hell cares?
Yeah, the thing pretty much nullifies all his attacks, so why do you care?
Well, you'll care when you run out of ammo, because then you have to go like, okay, now you're actually a threat. Buster, 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 except he's not that much of a threat. I mean, there I got hit once?
Dead.
Yeah, that's nothing. Volcano Man, not very hard. Jet Man, though, is hard, even with his weakness, which is the Forest Whip, by the way.
I thought that was a good idea.
What, the Forest Whip being his weakness?
Yeah.
It's actually not that bad of an idea, because...
I remember, like, the use get into colors or whatever, but... Sure, this guy flies around and everything. Let's make the melee weapon his weakness.
Well, he likes to hover right next to the ground, and while he's down there, like, he stands really still for a lot of his attacks, so it's actually not a bad idea.
It's still questionable, but this Rolling Man, oh boy.
Rolling Man. His weakness is the jet missile, as before. And as before, you want to stay on the ground rather than go in the air when fighting him, because his attacks get a lot more hard to dodge if you're in midair. Plus, he hops along the ground, so if you're good, you can just dash under him. Alright.
Who's next?
Lightning Man. He's weak to the rolling ring. It's the only time we're going to be using the rolling ring. And we can just spam the hell out of it, because... That's one nice thing about it, is you really don't have to aim directly at the opponent if you're in a nice enclosed space. And yeah, I probably...
the other way completely. You don't need to aim. It's like being the head or something.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have used my energy tank just there. I should have just, if I lost, take the loss and fight Lightning Man again with my extra life. Because I need those energy tanks for the actual final boss. Anyway, Forest Man is a Forest Man. He is weak to the volcano weapon, and he's still kind of tough even with it because those bugs are very hard to avoid.
That's why no one likes them, because in real life, they are very hard to avoid. They are everywhere, and they take away like 10, almost all your health when they touch you. This is true. Stay away from bugs, they hate you.
They do. Anyway, we lost the energy, but it's okay. We can take on the final boss with just... No, we can't. Who are we kidding?
Right. It's a drill tank with a skull on it. Amazing.
It is a drill skull tank of some kind.
Which also doesn't make sense at all, but okay.
Now, as is traditional with any final machine in a Mega Man game, this will have multiple forms. Each form will have a different weakness. This one's weak to the volcano cannon, so I probably should save it for when I actually know the pattern of this guy halfway. But, screw it. I will shoot him in the face with volcanoes.
Well, you're doing pretty well against them anyway.
Yeah, I could be doing better, but I'm not doing bad. Alright, the next phase.
You can see his ugly, scowling face.
Yep. He'd probably wiggle his eyebrows if he wasn't too intent on shooting us with everything.
So this one's weakness is the
jet missile is the best weapon to use on him, and I'm not going to use my E-Tank just yet, because I haven't got the pattern down for the later forms. I want to make sure that I at least know what I'm doing before I use my E-Tank, and ideally before I use my weapon, but I don't know. In many ways, I did not make good decisions during this boss rush.
Consider if you ever made good decisions. You played Mega Mario.
And that was at your behest, if I do recall correctly.
You did not recall correctly.
No, I recall correctly. I recall many things.
Right. Anyway, disregarding the thing I totally did not do, we're fighting this guy with
he's got a skull drill tank thing.
Yeah, so we don't have his weakness this time.
We don't have his weakness, so yeah, you can see I still haven't learned the pattern quite as effectively as I should have. This one, I don't think you actually have to hit him directly. Maybe you do.
And you're dying.
Yeah, that's because this one, it's got the slowed large bouncing orbs and then the smaller projectiles that he spams, and you have to take into account both of them. At least it only fires like 1 or 2 of each one and not, 18. Because that'd just be silly. Who would do something like that?
People who do not like you. There you go. Yeah, those things hurt, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I don't know why I let myself get hit by them. I'm letting myself get hit too much.
They're running out of ammo for pretty much everything now.
Yeah, but we only need the ammo for the volcano cannon and the jet missiles for this. I mean, maybe his third form has a weakness to something else, but it's not going to be the volcano cannon or the jet missiles, so we don't care.
Right. I think you're gonna die again.
Yeah, probably. This is a tough boss. I mean,
I'm a psychic, guys.
Yes, you're a mind reader. You read the minds.
I read the minds.
Okay, we don't have the weakness for this form anymore, but I think I've pretty much got the pattern worked out. You dash between the fire, you jump over the sparks, wait until he comes close before you jump over the drill, and this form, just keep your eyes open.
Yeah, looks like you're doing pretty well now.
Yeah, now that I know what I'm doing, this form is not too hard. I mean, I'll still make an occasional screw-up, but it won't cost me, like, half my health bar like it will in the other form that I still have yet to learn. And yeah.
I'll probably just keep dying before you even get the chance.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to, I could get a game over and then just use my jet missiles on that form. And then I could bypass most of the challenge. In fact, let's just do that now. Let's see how much damage we can do to this guy. I don't need to have clever tactics, I'll just brute force it.
By spamming missiles at home in, so you don't even have to aim them. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm the best at brute force.
Oh, he aims those now.
Yeah, he aims the larger fireballs. And, ha, I'm getting better at dodging. Look at how good at dodging I am. I just jumped onto a thing.
And now you're using it.
Yep. I really hope I can survive the final form, because if not, then, well, I'm gonna have to load up a password and get back up to here again. Which, that's not too bad, because...
Success!
There we go. Now it's time for his final form. As always, the saucer.
It teleports. Wonderful.
The saucer teleports, and it shoots pretty rapid-fire stuff. Thankfully, he'll usually be solid close to the ground, usually within range. Only rarely will he ever be out of range. And when he is, then you don't have to concentrate on shooting him, you can concentrate on dodging. And the attacks in this form hurt, but there's only 2, and they're each pretty easy to dodge once you know how.
And you know what he's gonna... Oh, no you don't, but...
You don't know which attack he's going to use at any given time, but for the sparks, dashing is usually a best bet. And for the shockwaves, you'll want to jump. And make sure you jump at the right time. Don't just spam hopping, because that'll get you injured. And we have 2 health left. It's a good thing he's weak to the Rokko-Buster, or whatever the hell you call it.
The Rokko-Buster.
Well, I can't think of a better name for it. Can you?
Let's call it the ping-pong lasers. I don't know.
The ping-pong lasers,
Tennis
but
balls.
not tennis balls. They are clearly lemons.
explosive lemons, yes, anyway.
Yes, they're explosive lemons developed by Aperture Science.
Yes, this actually seems to be going fairly well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's got damaging attacks, but once you know how to handle them, not too bad, actually. And there's only the 2 attacks to worry about.
Oh, he even does the bowing thing.
Yep. I mean, for a final boss, pretty good. I mean, the final form is tough, but will go by quickly if you know what you're doing. The other 2 forms are tougher, but you can brute force them with weaknesses. And that is pretty much Rokko-Chan in a nutshell. And by nutshell, I mean in its entirety. I have some full screen portraits of the bosses. There's Hockey Man. He is the Hockey Man.
Designer Taro.
Yeah, the guys that designed the...
Oh, he looks even stupider up close.
Yes, he does.
Wow.
He's like, I'm the toughest volcano ever, guys. Lightning Man, though, you can see he actually like throws knives that are electrically charged.
That's a lot better than throwing things out of your head.
Yeah. Jetman, well, he can't ever not be a badass.
Where does he shoot the missiles from?
Probably a missile pack on his back or something.
What?
Yeah, he's doing a Matrix-style John Woo, whatever. He's Rolling Man. Are you gonna tell him what to do? No.
That's separate. He looks silly. This guy, though.
Yeah, Force Man looks alright.
King and A.
And now it's time for the credits of the game. Who all made the game? Some guys that are from Japan or something. I don't know who these people are, but they made a good game. This is a good game. You should play it. And you've played Mega Man X, like the first one, almost to the end, haven't you?
Yes.
And like compare this to Mega Man X, and do you think this game would be like by the same guys if you weren't told otherwise?
It wouldn't be unreasonable to think so, actually. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is a fan game still. I mean, obviously, because we're dealing with Rokko-Chan and not Mega Man, but this could totally pass for a real Mega Man Rokko-Chan Mega-Chan game.
Mega-Chan.
Yes, whatever. And you guys, you get special thanks. That means you're just cool people.
Uji Kiyoshi, BNG, Boblog-san. I'm not even gonna bother.
Respect from Mega Man and Capcom. And produced by these guys who have a crown, because they're the king. There's a website. That's where you can go to play the game yourself. And thank you for playing!
Jump!
Of course. Everyone jumps for victory when they've exploded all the robots and defeated the evil doctor. What, don't you?
No.
Well then go explode some robots and defeat an evil doctor.
Hello, Rokko. Hades. So, now what?
Now, yeah, I can show off some of the other stuff. Like there's the ranking mode. That's my fastest time for beating the game. You can also see how fast other people do it. There are achievements.
I wanna be the human, okay?
Yeah, you are probably not going to complete these unless you are crazy.
What the hell is Owata?
You die in one hit.
What?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's theoretically possible. But yeah, whatever. We'll just wrap this up by listening to Volcano Man music.
Yay.
Everyone likes Volcano Man. I'm Kalir, this is Satan Nakaja. This has been Let's Play Rokko-Chan. Later!